little bit of a late start, like every day. I got, I'm like, oh, it's Sunday. I didn't do my laundry or my dishes yet. But that's just because, I mean, by the time Friday rolled around, I didn't have much to do. So I was like, it can wait a day. I took a day off from housework yesterday. Where is my brush? Oh my goodness, where is my brush? What is that? What is that? Oh, it's the base to my toothbrush. It's still charged, so I don't need to have it plugged in. But I have been doing, I got one more load left to do in laundry. Whoops. Well, I guess that's going to just turn there a little bit longer than it did. I got no more loads left in dishes to do. I got three pans to do. But what I did do yesterday, as I cleaned my porch off, where in the heck did my brush go? That's annoying. Do. I don't see it. I don't see it. That's okay. I'll just be a wild woman today. Rah! Wild woman. Whatever. Me and all my glory. Ha ha ha. But I cleaned off my porch. I'll show you all that. Oh, hear those birds? I moved the fridge a little bit further to that corner. All of this is cleaned off. Hey, there's my shadow. My garlics seem to be doing okay. This one, he just lives outside now. I mean, it frosted this, but garlic seems to be pretty sturdy. I think those weird looking, I call them the what do I call them? The love bugs, because they look like bug cars, Volkswagens. Those little weird white things. She built them. They were supposed to be raised bed things, but I've never used them. So I'm taking all that white siding off, and I'm started affixing it to the other side of my porch, like over here. Why not? Can't do any worse, I suppose. And then, let me see, is it dry yet? It is dry. Nice. Hello, Polly Puff. I caulked all these windows shut, except for that one right there. That one right there, actually. So I'm like, I might as well keep that one open, or keep that, because, you know, sometimes you need air in your house. Yep, they're dry-ish. And then that place where those seems to have concaved a little bit, but it doesn't look like it's open. But that place where those they're paper wasps like to make their nest, and I'm allergic to them too. Right down there in that corner, I caulked it shut. And then I found a nest in between my my window. I actually found it like right about here. And it's still a little tacky yesterday. So I mean, it takes a while to dry, especially since it was like dewy, and this is outside and whatever. Last year I got a little blingy with it. I was like, ooh. But I couldn't find glitter this time, so that's just gonna stay like that. Half of it glittery. That's okay. She wants me to come in. You're not coming out through that window. No. No. Right there is just outside enough for you. There's predators out here. I heard owls last night. They look like they got like 2 or 3 coops over here. I don't know. But seems like they have it pretty secure because I hear owls every flipping night, but I don't hear them over here going, "Oh, my chickens are gone." So I'm not worried about it. They're not my chickens. I started turning this this is a scarf, or was a scarf I got at a resale shop, but you see it's got sparkly in it, and I couldn't take it apart because it's really fuzzy and it sticks, and I got cat hair in it. But what I did do is that and this are sleeves, and that's the neck. And see, right, I even made myself a tag, and I'm turning it into a sweater. Mom gave me this quilt she started a long time ago. I didn't want to take it apart because Mom had made it. But then I thought, what's it going to do? Lay around my house? Which is what it was doing. So she gave that to me. But I love her dearly. But she has a tremor in her hand. 82 years old. Of course, you know, but anyway, she's got a tremor in her hand. And I'm thinking what happened is she tremored and spilled her coffee on it. So I have to go through and cut out the good parts and save those, and then throw out the coffee stained part, which is no problem. I have those knots that I love so much. They call them, I think I told you all this before, and if I didn't, sorry, or if I did, sorry. They call the one a magic knot, but it's not really. It's not a knot. Ha ha ha. No, it is a knot. My dad being a Navy man, I was showing my sister, who lives out of state, the magic knot. He looks at me, he goes, "Not a magic knot. That's a fisherman's knot, and that's what you put a hook on a line with." Okay. Or whatever he said it was. I can't remember. That was just an example. He may have said it was what you did something else with, but he did say it was a fisherman's knot. That one you tie 2 knots and they kind of just anchor onto each other. The second one I learned, which is very crucial to what I do, is the square knot. Now, Dad says you can get one heck of a slip knot if you do it wrong. So when you do the square knot, they said left over right, right over left, and pull tight. And when you make that hole, it looks like a square. So if it looks like a square, you've done it right. Then you pull it tight, and you pull it and pull it and pull it. And you can cut it like really, really low, small. You can still cut it. Or not cut it, but you can still pull it and it won't come apart. However, if you did it wrong or you cut it in the wrong spot, it'll come apart. So you just need to test it when you do it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm using square knots to put the good lengths of yarn back together. There are a few little tiny spots that has a splash of coffee that might get washed, might not. I really don't care because it was Mom's yarn and Mom did spill her coffee, and one of these days I'm going to go, "Oh, that was Mom's coffee." Some people might go, "Oh, that's dirty." No, there's little tiny little speckles, like you can barely see them, but I know they're there. made that big deal about telling you all about those olives that were in my cart yesterday. I wish I'd had this thing recording a minute ago. She was really cute. She had her face sticking out of this. Double foul. I found your hiding spot. Okay, I made a big deal about those black olives that were in my cart yesterday for my Walmart. They were the same price as 2 big tins of not tuna. Though I think I might enjoy that smell better than this smell. This. I don't like feeding that to them. It's got salt in it. But since I don't have a debit card, which I do get paid in about 3 days, but I don't have a debit card right now, I can't go get them food. So occasionally with my own food, because I was just messing around getting filler foods, ones that sometimes I want around, but I don't have it around. So I'm like, all right, I'll treat myself. Speaking of treats, that mango's in that frit. You know what we can do? We could test these ice creams out. The banana frozen slices and stuff. We could test those out. I have them. I forgot what I was saying before. You know what we could do. However, because I don't have the debit card and whatever, I can't go get them food, and they ran out. So sometimes, occasionally, I'll do something like buy them tins of tuna, or she likes the tuna more than she likes the chicken. But the chicken, if I shred it up just enough, they'll eat. Like, he's over there eating it right now, finishing it off. They'll eat it. He'll eat it. But if it's too chunky, they'll just leave it sitting there. Hers, I just make sure that I put a lot of the juice on it, so she's got something to drink off of it, because that's what she thinks she's doing. She thinks she's eating cat food, but she's just licking the sauce. Even when it's cat food. I would never regularly give this to them for a diet because of the salt. That is not good for them at all. It is not good for them. But it was either that or hear him. And he gets mean, man. He'll run across my bed right next to me with his claws out. Like he always does. And it's scary. So it's either that or get clawed up by your cat because he's hungry. And he won't go over here and eat these crunchy foods, which I'm kind of thinking he might have an issue with his teeth. I don't know. He might. So, okay, this one's the strawberry. And we're going to try that one first. It tastes like strawberry shortcake. That's approximately how many come in the bag. A little bit expensive for what it is. But honestly, it's a really good treat. You want that every once in a while. And that's going to taste really good with my mango. And then cleanse our palate. It's water. It's water. Not coffee. I didn't think coffee would be a good palate cleanser. I don't normally go for the cookies and cream chocolate because I don't think that white chocolate is chocolate. Okay. Now, this one is this. This is how many are in the bag. Again, like about 6 slices, about 2 bananas worth. And like they're getting a little bit warm here, so I'm going to put them back in the freezer before I try that. Let my mouth clean out a minute, a little bit more. And the reason I tried the strawberries and cream one first is I thought that the peanut butter would be a little bit more hard to get out of my flavor, and then they would intermingle. So let's try this. That tastes like a frozen Nutella sandwich with bananas on it. Mmm. Mmm. However, the banana gives it a slimy. Frozen bananas are not one of my favorite things, and I probably shouldn't have tried that. Actually, they're not too bad flavor-wise, but bananas get really slimy if they've been frozen. Straight up, they get really slimy if they've been frozen. I would go for the strawberries over buying the Reese's one. It's got a really big Reese's flavor with the slight banana flavor, but the banana, all you really do is feel it, not taste it. But I really would go for them strawberries again. And I think for lunch I'm going to have me a frozen fruit salad. So those strawberries and mangoes and things in it. Oh man, does that sound good. But I also think that all whipped up with some Greek yogurt. Yep, Aunt T's gonna have frozen fruit salad for lunch. Found my brush. I need to clean it out. I found it on the floor and I'm standing like right over top of it. Where's my brush? Where's my brush? If I'd look down every once in a while. Let's see. It is time to drain this stuff. Oh. I have to hang all that stuff up, but we're going to drain this. So I drained that and I hung all the other stuff up. Oh, you might see my drawers. But you want to know something? I wear female boxers. Filling up the rinse water. And they go down to like my thighs. So it just looks like I'm wearing shorts anyway. So it doesn't matter. The reason I wear female boxers and they go down to my thighs is because they feel like I'm wearing shorts and I'll go out in the yard in them. You can't tell from far away if those are my underwear, if those are a pair of shorts. I could be wearing a swimsuit bottom for all you know. At least I'm covered. So there's my underwear story, but I hung all of that up and now I'm filling up the rinse, and that is my my second to last load. And I just kind of tossed all my other dirty ones over here at this other end of the tub because I think I'm gonna wet in the washer anyway, so you might as well put them in there and hold them in there. I have one towel. I'm thinking I'd probably do my... Oh, he's up. Cool. I will do my sheets today then. They smell so good when they've been cleaned. Yep. I mean, it's not like bleh or anything like that. I just washed them, I think, last weekend. But it's time. I think I gotta check that one. I think is it that one or the other one? One of them's got a clothespin in it still. The one that's got a clothespin in it's still on my bed. I actually like cuddling with that one too. It's kind of soft, and it maybe I could. Did I do my cuddle blankets last weekend? I can't remember. I think I did, but not certain. I gotta get that trash and bundle it up because it's a big bag in a little garbage can, and it's deceivingly full. So, you know what other season it is? Arnold Palmer season. Only I don't really specifically like the flavor of lemon, so I get lime juice. But what I did do, and put some in my fridge, right down there in that little brown jug there. That and I also behind my milk put in a half gallon of filtered water, because you know you want cold water when it's hot. So in the evenings, still when it's like down to the 30s and stuff, I took a picture of frost on a rock this morning. You'll see it. I still head for the coffee and the milk and that kind of stuff, but later on during the day, it's iced tea time. My body's like, oh, it's warm. It's warm. It's time to drink something besides coffee. Just looking at my stickers on my wall. Cleaning my porch off yesterday, I had this brilliant idea. Instead of slamming my door, because I have to slam that thing to keep it shut, the screen door, I have to like slam it and then lock it. And these two love to try to get out. So what I did is that old chair that's sitting on my porch, I put a brick on top of it and I shoved it up against the door. Hello, Puff. So I was cleaning and I needed to go in and get something. I can't even remember what it was. And I flung the chair out of the way. The brick flies off and smacks me in the knee. And I would show you, but some people are pretty sensitive in seeing those kind of things. But let's see. It is about, got a nice scrape cut stab wound from that brick in my knee about that long. And it's not bruised yet, but it was yesterday, so, but it is puffy. Charlie, will you please? I love you. I love you. Oh, this is what I was saying about Mom spilled her coffee on it. And I had to salvage what I could, which is no big deal. You probably have no idea that most of the things that you wear, even if somebody made them, or if it's commercially made, it might be a little different because it's a machine has to gauge how much this and that and another thing. But if somebody's making you something like a sweater, you probably have no idea how many knots are in it. Because we hide it really well. Stop licking me. Go away. She thinks it's time for love. I'm going to have to stop this right now and go give her some love because she's just being persistent. I call her the A word. I call her that too. I call her the R word. Rhymes with grapes. Because she just won't leave me alone. Being like love frenzy over here. Look at her. She's trying to steal my yarn over there, too. Look at her trying to be sneaky. I see you being sneaky. Turning herself inside out. Now, I think she thinks I'm cooking or I'm going somewhere because this is her. See, stop it. Stop it. Stop. I don't like it. I don't like it. You be nice. You be good to your mama. Todd. Take a girl. Ow, ow, ow. Oh. But she's like that. Especially if I have something in the air fryer. She has to come over here and just has to be on me. And it's either something is burnt or it's cooked on one side and the other side didn't quite get as crisp as I wanted it to be because I couldn't go flip it. But see, I was talking about crochet and she had to come run over here and get her butt in it. Yes, Mama loved you all time. Love frenzy. Love frenzy. Oh, yes, Mama love you. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Huh? 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 Can you hear her? A little bit of cat therapy. Some people can't have cats. Some people are addicted to cats. Like me. I'm addicted to cats. I had 5 cats at one point in time. Not in this house. Ever. This house is a 2-cat capacity maximum. But I had a house that was 2 floors and how many rooms and I don't know. I actually ended up giving it to a friend of mine who was always moving and moving and moving and moving. They had children. And I think I sold it for $1 to her or something. But they had children and they were always moving, or I was hearing about them being in a motel with their kids and that kind of stuff. This constant. And it was too much house for me. I needed a room and cooking facilities and a bathroom, which is what I've got here. However, I don't like the structure because it's just a trailer. The house was a nice sturdy house, but it was just too big for me. So I gave it to her. No names mentioned because, that's private. It's kind of private. And I'm not bragging or anything. I'm just saying I saw somebody who needed it more than I did. But anyway, in that house, I had 5 cats and a dog. I can't have dogs, I've said before. This gray one, Squeaky, he's afraid of them. So I can't have dogs here. And this house is a 2-cat capacity. I mean, maximum capacity is 2 cats. It would be 1 cat, but really, honestly, to keep cats from being bored, you get them another cat. And you see this wonderful blood on her ear? She got froggy with him, wouldn't leave him alone, and he smacked her one. He did that to her ear before. She ain't gonna learn either. But anyway, I am addicted to cats. I mean, I am the crazy cat lady with the yarn. You're funny. So I have thousands of cats on the internet. I look at the pictures, I look at the stories, and I was in some group. I don't join groups on Facebook at all. I do not do it. It's just people get petty in them. And I'm like, I don't have time for that. So I collect cat pictures and cat stuff and whatever, but so I have thousands of cats on the internet. So one of the reasons I share moments like this is some people want a cat. Some people want the joy of a cat, but they're in an apartment or their living situation is not to the point where they can have one join their family. So I share these guys with you. And doggone it, they're cute. They're cute. Yes, they are. It's a beautiful girl. And I straight up legit go and watch cat music. They love it. They love it. They used to love cat TV, but I don't have a PC anymore. I haven't had a PC in almost over a year. But those things are like $300, $400, $500 to replace. And if my house is going to keep surging and killing them, I'm not going to keep replacing them. So, you know what I have for a setup right now? My phone, which is what we're looking at. Yacht. Hi, beautiful girl. And Mama love you all the time. And that. Well, excuse me. At least you didn't see anything but my legs. But, well, I mean, not like you would. But there's my tablet. That thing, I don't really know where else to clip it to, so I just clipped it there. And I got that doesn't even go to my tablet. That thing I got at a resale shop. I thought it would go to my tablet, but it doesn't. So I got that propped on there. So I got a TV right next to me. That's what I'm working with. My cell phone, which is about, this big. That big. Stop licking me. Stop it. God. But I'm getting pretty crafty with the editors I found on the apps. So, you're a brat. Why you gotta be so cute? Why you gotta be so cute? Why you do it? Why you do it? Now, I know this couldn't replace having your own cat because this feel right here is probably one of the best feels. The sound, the vibration of their purring is very healing. So this can't replace it, but it's still a daily dose of kitty. If you want one and you can't have one, I share mine with you. Yeah, it's a good girl. Watch it. Usually should grab my hand. Yeah, I love you. I know you're a pain in my butt. You're a pain in my butt. Yes, you are. Another thing about having that many cats is the upkeep. I seriously could not afford it. I could not afford to have that many cats. When I had that many cats, I bought the bare minimum food, like the cheapest 50-pound bag of food I could get, and the cheapest big, huge, because, see, 5 cats, you're supposed to have 6 litter boxes, and I did. Of course, I had enough room for them, but still, you have to buy an awful lot of litter. So I bought the biggest, cheapest bag of litter I could get on market. So they weren't really having the best life. I mean, I loved them, and they were healthy, for cats. But really, they were getting the bare minimum of what they could have been having. And I had no business having that many cats. I learned. I have her fur all over me. No, it's in my nose and in my mouth. Sorry about that. I learned. this show on the road, I'm freaking hungry. I got my cherries, my mango, the strawberries, and the Greek yogurt. And this is the honey, and that's hot water underneath there melting it. Let's get this going. How's that look? I'm going to take this piece of, well, I guess that's a banana. And take this piece of mango and let you know how it tastes. A little bit hairy. Oh. Well, that was quite... Yeah. Maybe that's good for your hair. Well, that was quite a glop of honey I put in there. So this is by no means healthy. Because what I have learned, it does not matter what plant the sugar comes from, or animal, apparently, with bees. Sugar is sugar is sugar. So you're not having a cheat day if you're having a big glob of honey, like I just did. But again, I told you it's going to be ice cream. Well, that's what it is, ice cream. Hello, Puff, you're still here, huh? What? I don't want your hair in my food. That's awfully sticky for your hair. You still here, huh? Still here, huh? What are you doing? You doing? Oh, you're so cute. What are you doing? I torment them. I know. Don't put your tail in it. What I probably could do, and I never really thought of this. When I melted that honey, I put that frozen stuff right over it, and it unmelted. So it's a little uneven consistency, but I don't mind that. It's like, oh, that bite's a little sour. Oh, that one's a little bit more sweet. I don't mind it. Adventurous food. Yay, I'm all for it. So that was my fruit salad lunch. Actually, it's brunch. What is it? About noon or so, I guess. Close. I don't know what time it is. Let's see. 11:39. Brunch. I don't... When I get up in the morning here, I don't think about eating. I think about that needs to be done, that needs to be done, and that needs to be done. Okay, now it's time to eat. Now that it's done, it's time to eat. But, so that's brunch. I'm hungry. It looks delicious. So I'm going to sign off for the moment. Hope maybe I'll have something else to say, maybe not. If not, have a good day. See you later. Bye.